What's going on, YouTube? I have another video. Today I'm basically going to show you guys how I blew my Eval. Yeah. So I took 2 trades today. I took, 2 losses. Risk like normal, pretty normal. I took one on NQ and I took one on ES. I'm going to show you guys a trade. I don't really know too much about how I feel. Like, in terms of trading, in terms of profit, I don't mind the losses of the profit. I more so mind the fact that, like, my strategy it's not working. Either me, my patience, or my strategy, but it's like my strategy literally does not work at this point. For the past couple months, I've been using the SMC ICT concepts. Like, I would wait and I would use fib retracements as a key confluence. So I'd wait for a price to create a breaker structure to a high, retrace back down into a fair value gap order block, and when it retraces into that zone, I'd wait for a candle confirmation, wait for it to probably retest, because usually sometimes it likes to do a manipulation, and then grab liquidity and then move higher. That's usually what I was looking for, and today I was trying to target all-time highs on ES. But just the overall process, I guess the trade's on me, and that's my fault. So I'm going to show you guys the loss that I took today. I'm going to show you guys the whole notification of everything. And yeah, let's get into it. So it's saying here my P&L was negative 1,500. I don't even know if that's true or not, but if that is, then yeah. But I did take this, so I'm going to show you guys everything that it was, the whole setup of everything. As you see here, I'm down, but yeah, I'll give you guys the confluences, everything that I had looking for going into the day. So you have New York highs up here, and that's what I was really trying to target. I was trying to target these all-time highs because, as you already know, we're bullish until proven otherwise, right? So moving into the time frame, we had this ridiculous amount of liquidity that was taken. Great liquidity grab. After liquidity grab, we instantly moved up higher. And as we moved up higher, we couldn't break above this. So what I saw that we created an inverse fair value gap, and that's probably why I shouldn't have taken this trade, but I hopped in anyway. We created a 5-minute inverse fair value gap. We traced into the fair value gap. And we also had a 3-minute fair value gap inside of this range. So I saw 2 confluences that I believe price was going to go into before we ended up moving up higher. We're consolidating in this zone, very stagnant, I was very mindful of what was going on, but I wasn't letting that bother me because I've been in situations like this before, and price would then instantly move up. So after we tapped into this zone, and we were mitigating for a little bit, we consolidated, and then eventually we ended up just dropping down. So that was a trade that I took on ES. I'm going to show you guys a trade that I took on MNQ. I forgot where I took this trade, but it was a small loss that I took. So it was on the 15-minute time. It was somewhere around here. I'll just draw it out so you guys can see it and everything. But it was around here. We created a 15-minute FVG here. I was looking to displace lower, take out these lows on I was looking to take out all these low resistance liquidity zones. So my TP was over here. This was the trade that I took. I took a short entry. We came up. Yes, it was right here. I apologize. Right here. Yeah, I stopped out, obviously. But I was looking to go lower. We tapped into this 30-minute. Had a range. Swing high, swing low. Right in the range. Right in the 0. Let me show you guys so it's a better view. Right in the 0.7, right in the middle of the 0.79, 0.705 range, which, if I use my GOM box, is literally right in the middle, and that's the 0.25, right here. So that's why I was looking to go short. Looking to go short, check out these low resistance liquidity. Was trying to go break even here at this low, and then I'd let the rest of the trade play out. Unfortunately, we did have that. We ended up displacing up higher and touching into the buy side liquidity. I think we touched into the buy side, not too sure. But yeah, like barely touching into the buy side. So I was like, all right, price is most likely gonna want to go back and touch into that buy side. But we didn't. So the trade that I basically had initially is now going into the direction I wanted to, and I was trying to go long on ES. Trying to go long on ES so I could take out the New York highs, but we didn't even take out the highs. So yeah, that was basically the trade. That was basically what I was trying to do, the setup. As you see here, bro, I've been on a crazy losing streak. Been losing like nonstop. I don't really get it sometimes because like my strategy has been proven to work multiple times. Not even in just Nasdaq or ES, but it's worked on Euro. I've seen it on gold. I've seen it in different markets. So it's not like I'm sitting here confused as what's going on in the market. I have a good understanding of market structure, a slight good understanding of a market analysis, and just the daily bias going into the day, trying to find a good daily bias going into the day. I'm just gonna say like I lack the ability to be patient, have that self-control, and just discipline. And it kind of sucks because I've proven to myself that I could do this multiple times, and I know like blowing an eval means nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's normal, you just go buy a new one. But that's not the case for just everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different path. Everybody has different struggles. Not everybody is like at the top. And I'm not where I'm at right now, and I know eventually I will be. That's why I'm just documenting my journey for other people to see and for people to know that this happens. It's normal. You blow shit. You could overtrade, and you could just revenge trade. I usually trade 2 times a day, and that's what I've been sticking to. I only trade 2 times a day. If I lose one, I would take another trade, and then if I lose that, I'm done for the day. Even if I see my trade going in the direction I wanted to, I'm done for the day. So that's usually like issues that I try to build. I try to build that so it's like over time I know, all right, cool. If I lose once, if I find my setup again, I will take that trade. Or if I win for the day, I win unless I see another setup that is perfect, another A plus up, and then I'll take that as well. Usually that's just the guidelines and the rules that I stand by. And yeah, unfortunately we've been on a crazy losing. This whole week I've had the idea of where price wants to go, but it's like I always execute in the opposite direction. I don't get that. I really don't get that. I did the same thing yesterday. Yesterday I was looking to go long, and yesterday was probably one of the most disappointing days ever because I really wanted to go long that day, and I was trying to go short to take out London lows, but I didn't even realize we created an S&T on ES and NQ. ES took out London lows, NQ did it, and if I were to just look at that confluence, I would have just had that idea in the back of my head. And that's just something that I gotta reflect on this weekend. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because I really did put a lot of time into this, into the grind, into the craft, into what's going on. So it sucks, just seeing that the trade that I wanted to go in my direction just doesn't go in my direction. I know I have no idea of what's gonna happen in the market. I can't control what the market's gonna do. But you know that feeling when you see your setup, you see it looks so perfect, you enter and then it just automatically goes in the opposite direction. I try my best to not let my psychology bother me. I try my best not to trade out of FOMO. I try my best not to do all of that type of stuff. But you know that, but it feels like your heart's racing when you see that setup and then you lose the trade and then the setup is there presented to you and then you want to hop back in. But obviously I tell myself not to do certain things like that because that is how you could blow an account. And yeah, it sucks. Like mentally inside right now I want to punch a wall, punch the monitor, punch my laptop, just punch everything. But I know that's not going to be the best decision, so it's better I stay composed. I know in the long run these losses will only be short term and I'm going to end up reaping a bunch of benefits later on, as long as I stick to my rules and as long as I stick to basically me, and remember that this is me versus me. But still though, it's like I'm like this close to getting a payout, right? This close. But then I took bad trades. I did completely the opposite of what I was trying to do. Yes, I was risking good. Yes, I risked the normal risk that I usually risk. Like I usually risk like 0.5 to 1% of the account. Don't try to over leverage. Don't try to overdo, unless it's on a combine, where then I would follow what's going on and then try to take that exact same trade and leverage a little bit more, because obviously the combine doesn't really mean that much. That's just where you're just testing your ability, and if you know that you're a great trader, the combine is pretty simple. And I know I am a great trader. I know I have the capabilities of being a great trader. I tell myself this every single day whenever I pray, talk to God, that I do have the possibilities and I do have I have the system. I know I could do it, and I know as long as I stay consistent and I put in the hard work, I will achieve greatness. We all have goals that we want to meet. We all have people that we want to take care of. I want to take care of my mom, and that's just something that's really personal to me. You know, she's done a lot for me, so whenever it comes to trading, like, that's more so like my escape route, my route of where I believe this could probably make or break and like improve what goes on in the family dynamic. This sucks, I'm giving a little rant or whatever. Sometimes I contemplate on posting this on YouTube, but I know for a fact I want to, because I want to document my journey, my losses. So the days I do have my big wins, I could always celebrate, you know? So it's good to look back at moments like this, because I know that if anybody got me, God got me. And I got myself. So as long as I lock in and remove the haters, the energy, all the negative stuff that's going on, there's nothing I can't do. So I just wanted to show you guys this trade, the loss that I was taking on the day. Very unfortunate that now the market's deciding to go in the direction I wanted it to. And very unfortunate that here I was looking to go long, but we couldn't go long and take out these New York highs. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. So I'm just gonna take the time to reflect, journal these losses, and just figure out what to do for next week. Hopefully next week is a better trading week. Yeah. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care of your family, stay safe, be blessed, and always love.